New tonight, what a great gesture. State lawmakers showing their commitment to first responders today by shaving their heads. It was part of a push for new legislation to ensure that firefighters and police can get insurance benefits for cancer linked to their jobs.
Our first responders have been denied their benefits that we spelled out in 2017, and that is not okay.
The 3-year-old law was supposed to protect first responders suffering from job-related cancers. It hasn't worked out that way.
In this new legislation, we will make the cancer claims irrebuttable. What does that mean for our firefighters? It means they can spend time fighting cancer, not the government.
A new piece of legislation with bipartisan support would make it tougher for insurance companies to deny cancer claims. The bill would add ovarian and breast cancer to insurance coverage.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Senators Paul Boyer and Robert Meza shaved their heads in a show of solidarity with first responders who are fighting cancer.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Although it'll feel much better once the bill gets signed.
Medical studies have shown that first responders are exposed to chemicals on the job that are linked to specific types of cancer.
This is the last alarm for engineer Austin Peck.
Goodyear firefighter Austin Peck was one of the first responders whose cancer claim had been denied.
But Austin spent 3 of his years not just fighting cancer, but fighting the insurance companies. And we know that his care was not what it could have been because we had to wait for the blessing of insurance to go through.
The bill is expected to be introduced by the end of the week. The 2017 bill passed with very little opposition.